I am so excited we're doing another mukbang. Only because I messed up Bloves sauce and I didn't add ginger. And I felt like I didn't get the real experience. So I found some ginger and I made it again. So this is attempt number 2 at Bloves Smackalicious sauce, not hot sauce, Smackalicious sauce. I got a lot of hate from that. But yeah, let's get started. So today I have fire noodles. I have mussels. I found blue crab. I've never had this before, so excuse me if I eat it wrong. Shrimp, lemon, cucumber, Bloves sauce, and I think that's it. I really wanted to have some sausage, but I kind of forgot to buy it, so this is gonna have to do. I went ahead and substituted the sausage with the noodles. And these chopsticks I got from Thailand, they're so cute. But yeah, so this is a Halloween special. I'm actually in my onesie. A unicorn, thank you. But yeah, so tomorrow's Halloween and I felt like what better way to celebrate than some Smackalicious sauce and seafood. I was gonna do the 10 wing challenge, which basically you put this fire sauce on the wings and you eat them under 10 minutes, but that's coming soon. But let's get to it. I'm so excited. I actually haven't had these in forever. Oh. Oh gosh. This is a bad idea. White? Mmm. Mmm. Oh my god. You guys, the noodle with a cucumber? Is this a new thing? Am I like an official mukbanger? This is so good. What the? Okay, that's not gonna work. Let's try this again. I may be crazy. Maybe I'm just starving. That is probably the best combination that I've had in a while. It's really spicy. So good though, so good. I'll get to the seafood. I just haven't had this in forever. Mmm. So I was off of work today, which is why I don't have any makeup on. Halloween special, you get to see the real face. I love lemon all over my seafood and in the sauce. Let's try. I love mussels. I think these are my favorite. So I'm gonna start with the mussel. I'm so excited to try ginger. So I'm not a ginger person, but hey, I'm all for the experience. It's definitely more tangy, which is what I like. It's still sweet. So it's sweet and spicy. It's delicious. I mean, her combination, like, I don't know how she even thought of it. It is amazing. So this has ginger and onion. Oh, it's good. Gotta eat the little feet. I think I overcooked the shrimp. It's not coming off like it usually does. So I have like a very, very unique topic to talk about today, you guys. And this is actually inspired by Miss Nikki Tutorials. So the only people in the beauty community that I follow are her, Shane Dawson, because he's a beauty guru now, Jeffree Star, of course, and I think that's it. And so I ran across this video of hers. I don't really watch her too much, but this one really caught my eye. And she was talking about her biggest fear. I have to do this again. You guys, you have to try this combination. It is so good. It's amazing. So I think you're supposed to like break these in half. Thing about blue crab, it's very soft. So you kind of have to like suck it. Suck the meat out. I've actually gotten really into Dungeness crab. I'm giving snow crab a break. It's hot. So she talked about her biggest fear. And her biggest fear ended up being my biggest fear. And that is death. Oh no. I've talked to a few people about this. I don't really like to talk about it just because for the same reason that she explained, she gets anxiety, I get anxiety. Like sometimes I will literally be thinking about it too much and I'll be up and my heart will start racing. So it just freaks me out. The ginger made it. But yeah, for a long time, I was just like, oh my gosh, why am I so afraid of death? Is it because I'm gonna die soon? What is it? Why am I so afraid of death? It's gonna happen, it's inevitable. So it would freak me out. It still freaks me out. So whenever she posted this video, I was like, oh my gosh, I am so happy that she posted this because I really thought it was just me. I thought I was the only one that like thought about death so much. But everything she explained was like 100% accurate. Like I remember when I was a child, this is how it all started. It all started when I was a child, and I feel like a lot of people go through this. Basically, my sister told me she went through this too. Probably when I was like 10 years old, I had the craziest fear. I was so afraid that my parents were gonna die when I was really young. I was having nightmares. And sometimes I would cry at school, and I didn't want to tell the counselor why I was crying. But it was really because I was freaking out because I had a dream that my parents died. Not only that, but so I am a horror movie person. So I love to watch all the scary movies. Chucky, Freddy Krueger. So I would have nightmares about it. I always had nightmares that Chucky was trying to kill me. And then I killed him over and over and over again, and he just wouldn't die. But it was weird because shortly after I found out my sister had the same fear, it kind of went away. I kind of didn't think about it anymore. And that's when I started overthinking my death. Like, oh my gosh, like what happens? I really feel, and don't get me wrong, I'm not extremely religious, but I do believe in God. or higher power. And even though I believe in that, it still freaks me out that, and Nikki described it very well, how you become nothing. Like your soul just, I know if you're really religious, you just believe, you know, your soul goes into heaven, or you meet everybody else that has also passed. So I feel like that gives a lot of people peace of mind. But since I'm not extremely religious, I still have my questions. It freaks me out. And I'm like, what if there is no heaven? Like, what happens? You just die. You just like I can't fathom. Like, I can't understand. Like, what happens? It freaks me out. And she was talking about it as well. Apparently she had a twin pass away, which is just devastating. Like, I can't even imagine the pain of going through that. But she said that something that really helped her was knowing that, you know, someone else has passed, and if there is an afterlife. And she would be reunited. It still freaks me out though. I had a friend that I was having this conversation with, and again, I don't like to talk about it. I can literally count on my hands how many times I've had this conversation with who, but one of those being my old coworker. We were talking about it, and he was like, I'm not afraid to die. And he had a very valid point. He was like, if you die, you're just gonna die. You're not gonna feel anything. It's just gonna happen. Can't do anything after that, you're dead. I'm like, that's a decent way to look at it. This is more of a, you have no control over it. It's gonna happen, so why worry about it? I'm a control freak, so I worry about it. But I would try so hard to look at it from his perspective, and I just can't. And then years later, I had a surgery. So I'm all for cosmetic surgery, so, you know, don't come at me. And I had a breast augmentation. And I remember when they put you down, you literally, well, that is if you catch it in time, but you literally feel like you're dozing off into a dream. And you want to sleep so bad. Like, you're so sleepy. And I remember, I was telling myself, I was like, oh, you know, if this is what it's like to die, it's not so bad. It's like one of those times, it literally, if you've never had any type of surgery before, the best way that I can explain this is if you've ever gone a really long time without sleeping, or if you're extremely jet lagged and you're just so tired, and you're just like so easily like drifting off. That's what it feels like. Or you can't control it. You're just dozing off. So I wanted to just think about it that way. That was the only thing that helped my anxiety about this topic. Because talking to somebody else is not gonna help. I hate this topic. But whenever Nikki brought it up, I was like, man, I am so glad. It literally made me feel so much better about it. Like, I am so glad I'm not the only one. Because for a while I did feel like I'm a weirdo. Why am I thinking about it this way? Like, what the hell? But it definitely made me feel a little bit more normal. And it made me feel like it's okay. It's okay to be afraid of the unknown. Everyone else is gonna go through it too, so everyone's gonna die someday. So enjoy the time that you got. It's just so scary. This is actually really good, you guys. I'm sorry, my nose is so runny. I think it was the spicy noodle. But now I'm curious. Is it just me and Nikki? Or is there a lot of other people? Do any of you guys have a fear of dying? If you do, comment below. Because it would make me feel so much better knowing that it's a lot more than just, you know, a few of us. Although I did go through her comments and I was reading how so many other people also felt the same way. That a lot of people have anxiety and a lot of people think that it's a sign that you're gonna die young. But again, I can tell by that video that she made a lot of people feel a lot better, myself included. You guys, this sauce is amazing. I think she's like still sold out. I think she replenished it and just sold out immediately. It's actually opening my mind to ginger. I'm actually liking it. Anytime we would have sushi, I'm just like, oh, gross, ginger. But yeah, you know, what a topic. Also, speaking of death, let's lighten up the mood a little bit. Let's talk about the deadly ass one-chip challenge that I tried. You guys, I was gonna make a video after to talk about the after effects. I was in so much pain. I had the worst heartburn. These noodles are so good. You gotta try it. Like the cucumber, the rice, and the sausage were good, but boy, you have to try spicy noodles with cucumber. Thank me later. But yeah, spicy chip challenge. So, let me explain to you step by step as to how it all happened. At first, you eat the chip and you're like, fuck, this is spicy as hell. Can't do this. And you know, after a while, it's no different than having the spicy noodles. It's maybe like 10 times worse. If you tried the nuclear noodles, the really spicy ones, it's very similar to that, just a little bit hotter. It's just, the thing that makes it worse is like the pain. It's not like a spice. It's more like a pain where it's like burning the inside of your mouth. So when you consume and you think everything's fine, you're like, I can handle this. I'm a strong ass independent. So, you know, doing your thing, having ice. Ice is the only thing that helps me. After a while, it feels like it's going away, but it's not. It comes right back. So as you're trying to get it under control, you start feeling it in your tonsils. And that's when your ears start popping. I know for me, and again, I can handle spice. Like, I can have spicy noodles without a problem, like for pleasure, not for a challenge. Not a big deal. But my ears were ringing. My ears popped. That's how bad it was. Then I realized that I felt like my tonsils were getting swollen. I think that goes back to the fact that it gets in there. So weird. This blue crab is really good. Yeah, I don't use the little clipper things. I use my teeth. One thing about this, it's really hard to dip in that sauce. It's so small. Anyway, you feel it in your throat, in your tonsils. Once you get past that, then it's just spicy in your mouth. But it's tolerable where you feel like you're gonna get over it. You don't know when, but you will. So, it went in my throat. Now, once you feel like you're getting over it, you start feeling it like go down your stomach. Of course, you feel like going down your throat, you feel like going down your stomach. And that's, by the time it gets to your stomach, you feel like you're good. Well, I ain't gonna lie, it took me a good, I would say, it took me a good 30 minutes just to be able to not have to have ice in my mouth and be comfortable. That was a long time. But once you're done with that, you feel like you're good. Like, I did this. I'm a strong ass independent. And then that's when the hard part kicks in. And I know I'm not alone because I also follow Eat with Kim. She actually posted that she felt the exact same way. It was her boyfriend, and one of her best friends. They all tried it and they were dying. I was like, sis, when I watched that, I was like, I went through the exact same thing. Some of these are kind of already peeled. Don't come at me. I remember I was laying on my couch. We are back. I need water. I remember I was laying on the couch. And then all of a sudden, like, I had heartburn from the get-go. But I felt like while I was laying on the couch, it got really bad. Like, so bad that I'm an anxious person. I'm an anxious ass bee, as you can tell. But it even made my heart, like, start racing. And then I remembered vividly that the back of the box said, call for help if you feel like your heart's pacing. So that makes me freak out even more. Oh my God, I'm dying. And so I call Brent right away. I'm like, oh my God, babe, I think I'm dying. I think I'm having a heart attack. I shouldn't have done this. This is a bad idea. I was like, what do? I was like, should I have some Pepto? Because I couldn't find Tums. I was looking for Tums everywhere. He's like, no, if you do Pepto, it's just gonna it's gonna leave it in your insides. That's what it's meant for. It's meant to prevent diarrhea. He's like, you want it out. I'm really enjoying this. So we're getting to Pepto. He's like, if anything, have some milk. I hate milk, but I was like, whatever. So I had a little bit of milk. At this point, I was willing to have anything. I was freaking out. And so I feel like it did help. As soon as I had the milk, I felt a little bit of relief. It felt like it was just like putting out a fire as it was going down. But I still felt heartburn. We were supposed to go out that night too. I was like, babe, what the fuck? I kid you not. There was a point where I wanted to throw up. And it's crazy because during, you're fine. It's the after that just kills you. Like the after is crazy. It makes you want to like literally like puke your guts out. I feel like it's just your body's way of just rejecting that. I'm trying to avoid this little yellow stuff. I think it's like poo or something. Let's try that. That's good. But yeah, it was intense. I probably didn't feel better until later on that night. We didn't go out. I don't know how people do multiple. They're crazy. I know for a fact, if you did more than one, your ass was in the toilet. And I'm sure it was coming out from both holes. There was this one video that I watched. There was this kid. Well, it was a group of guys. They're actually pretty big YouTubers. And so he was killing it. He was so killing it. Like he had maybe 5 or 6 chips and he was like, I'm good. I'm good. I think it was a bet. They're betting quite a bit of money. He won. Now the crazy thing is, they had a video after showing him puking. They also were about to call the ambulance because he was not feeling good. He thought he was having a heart attack. He couldn't stop throwing up. Luckily, his dad was a doctor, so they called his dad. And his dad was like, it's fine, just, you know, have him keep drinking water. Oh, he'll get better. But yeah, no, it's no joke. You really got to be careful. Do not give it to kids. If you want to try it, make sure you have Tums. Make sure you have milk, something to soothe your stomach, just because I tell you, it does not play. I'm getting so full. This is so good. I'm probably gonna save the rest for Brent because I'm like the best soon-to-be wife ever. I love to give my man my leftovers. Mmm. This sauce is really growing on me. Honestly, what it reminds me of is Thailand. It's kind of ironic since I brought out my Thai chopsticks. But in Thailand, everything is very spicy, but it's sweet. So good. But yeah, can you believe tomorrow's Halloween, you guys? Are y'all getting prepared? Are y'all gonna go trick-or-treating? Or are y'all taking the kids out trick-or-treating? So I'm clearing in Dallas. And we've had crazy weather. And it's crazy because we're supposed to be having like really, really cold weather, a lot of rain. It's actually supposed to freeze on Halloween. I feel so bad for the kids. It's like it's gonna be a pain to go trick-or-treating with this weather. But that's one thing that I cannot wait till I get older, have my own kids. I live for Halloween. Once I have my kids, that's gonna be the biggest thing. We're gonna go trick-or-treating for sure. And I'm gonna throw a badass Halloween party. I've already told all my friends, as soon as I buy a house, it's on. It's gonna be a motherfucking Halloween house. It's gonna be a motherfucking haunted house up in my crib. But yeah, I hope they can make it out. I remember when I was a child, nothing stopped me. Rain or shine. I was out there trick-or-treating my little ass off. Honestly, I think I went trick-or-treating until I was like 15. I was a grown-ass woman. Fully developed. No costume. I remember one time I was wearing like apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, you know what I'm saying? And I threw on some like cat ears and I went out trick-or-treating with my cousins and we came home with a ton of candy. These are so good. And I don't know if it's because the noodles are so good, but that and the cucumber, it's like a perfect combination. Now, this is a recipe for disaster for my insides, but in the meantime, I'm living for it. You guys, I am so sorry my camera died, but I know we had a crazy topic today. We talked about death. We talked about the death of my insides after I had that one chip challenge. But I do want to wish you guys a happy Halloween, and I hope you guys are safe, and I hope you guys can go trick-or-treating with your little ones. But other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.